Happy Sunday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. I titled my message today, How to Value Yourself. So actually, I was reading an article by a woman named Alexandra, and in her article, there was like 11 simple ways to value yourself. So I'm only going to go through 4 of those. So if you want the entire list, then I would be more than happy to send it to you. Just send me a message and say, hey, I want the list, and I can send that to you. So the ones that I picked, number 1, acknowledge the inner critic. This is so important because we have that voice that competes, right? That inner voice that can be critical, that can stop you from putting your best foot forward, that can stop you from taking risks, that can stop you from acknowledging the true you. And acknowledging it and understanding that when it starts to become loud, you need to shut that down and take away the power from it, because it really can help us. It can make us self-sabotage ourselves. It can make us play small. It can make us stop from really becoming the person that we are, stopping that warrior that's inside of us that wants to come out, that wants to go forth, that wants to live in the purpose that we were created for. So acknowledging the inner critic and shutting that down when that voice gets too loud, that you stop being the true you. Number 2, receive a compliment. Sometimes this is so difficult for people. Are you one of those people who, when somebody gives you a compliment, you dismiss it, or you kind of just push it down and you go, oh yeah, it's just, you play it down. So instead of receiving it and allowing that to actually form inside of you, you're squashing it. And you know what that does is that person who sees that in you, when they hear you dismiss it, it's almost, it can be an insult without you even really acknowledging that that's what it does. So learning to receive compliments. And you know what, I think the people who dismiss the compliments, really that just is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So work on it. If you are one that doesn't know how to take a compliment, start to just say thank you. Just say thank you. Acknowledge that. Okay, so number 3, be grateful for effort. This is the reason why every Friday I encourage you to celebrate. I encourage you to celebrate the efforts that you've done all week, because you know what? We want to celebrate every single step. We want to be grateful because you are doing things. And I think it's so important that you can take a minute to say, hey, you know what? I am grateful for my efforts. I'm grateful for how far I've come. When you can look back, and this is why I think it's so important to track your activities, like writing out where you are today, and then taking a look a month later, 2 months or 3 months, you're going to see how far you've come, and being grateful for that effort, because it matters. You may not be where you want to go, but as you're taking effort, as you're taking calculated activities and knowing that, you know what, I'm getting better every single day, that you need to be grateful for. You need to be grateful that you're not the same person as you were 5 years ago, or you're not the same person that you were even a year ago. Be grateful. And then number 4, forgive yourself often. This is really hard sometimes. We can focus on forgiving others who have hurt us, and we sometimes just focus on that, but really sometimes the people we need to forgive are ourselves. Forgive yourself when you don't make that goal. Forgive yourself when you don't do something that you really set out to do. Allow yourself some grace. We're good at giving grace to other people, but how about giving yourself the grace? And forgiving yourself often means that it's going to happen more than once. You're going to need to do it more than once. Because guess what? We're human. So guess what? Not only do we get let down by other people, we let ourselves down sometimes. So learning to know that you are doing your best, and that really comes from when you love yourself. When you get to a place where you love yourself, you're more apt to be okay with forgiving yourself as well. Saying, hey, you know what, I forgive you, and verbalizing it. You can take yourself in front of a mirror and saying, hey, I forgive you. And then follow it with, I love you. Love you. Love the journey you're on. Love that you're doing your best. Love that you're starting to discover who you are, the true you. That you are more than a conqueror. You're a warrior. You're created in the image of God. That you matter. That you're important, and that people need you. So forgive yourself often. So those were the 4 that I wanted to share with you. So again, if you want the full list of the 11, simply send me a message and I will be happy to share that with you. So I thank you for tuning in. Get ready for Monday, which means that you're going to need to start thinking about the activities that you want to accomplish so we can celebrate you on Friday. Not worrying about the outcome, just the activity. Just the activity. What do you want to do? How do you want to read this week? Do you want to work out? How many times a week how many times this week do you want to work out? Are you going to drink more water? Just what are you going to do for you? So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.